What's up, Saturday morning sages?
Hey everyone.
What's going on? So,
Another,
how's your week's been? How's
uh,
weather? Oh, is it
another.
snowy outside or something? I don't know.
No, it's been another grueling work week, but glad it's Friday. Here in sunny California, we've been enjoying some cool cloudy weather. So makes you want to sip some coffee, put on some Nirvana, and just chill out.
Can you
Indeed.
chill out in Nirvana? I guess you could. Um, cool. Awesome.
It's been full of birthdays for me, but that's just me.
Birthdays. Yeah, birthdays are great. As long as there's cake. No, I don't. You know what? It's funny. I just don't eat that much cake anymore. It's like, that's a big block of sugar in front of me. Anyway, one of the things that we're going to talk about this week, just for fun, is something that I saw. I'm going to share my screen because this is kind of fun. There we go. Is that blinking for you guys?
It totally is. It's a good thing I'm not in the
taking
blood
it out.
pressure. That would have been bad.
But
Okay,
I saw something with Sunbow, and
Mhm.
my eyes peaked.
Let's try this again. There we go. Check it out.
Hey.
So there is a official Sunbow and Marvel production script storyboard archive. And so they put together all these things, and I thought this was right up our alley. So, and right now it's kind of focused on MP7 number 700, the Transformers 1984 to 87, Sunbow Productions, Marvel Productions Part 1. So you can see that these are scans, and then this is like of the first. So this is like of the
Wow.
Oh, they
first
got storyboards too?
Oh yeah, some storyboards. Not all of them have storyboards, but check that out. Isn't that interesting? Like this is like,
Mhm.
isn't
That's
that pretty cool?
crazy.
So yeah, so pretty cool. So yeah, Sunbow Productions, and like I said, this is available at the website that you see right there. Let's see if I can't scroll forward. Okay, so that's like an original, like that's that artwork that you usually see on the back of the boxes in the Generation 1.
Or in the little catalogs you would get.
Yep, that's right. So, oops, I gone the wrong way. There we go. So, and then here's like the script, and I think it's pretty much it. And this is the episode 1, and they just talk about it. So you can pretty much read through through this script here. Yeah. So, yeah, there's some other work here, and they just scanned all these things in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Mhm.
A good journey, sire. I've never heard Shockwave call Megatron sire.
And you've never heard Laserbeak say anything either, but you can notice
Exactly.
that was in the original script there.
Wow.
So pretty interesting stuff. And I'm not sure exactly. Let's see here. It says Transport to Oblivion. Oh, okay, yeah. So revised 6/22/84. Yeah, so that's just some insanely cool stuff. Roll for it.
Billy has been
been
renamed Chip.
Chip. Yep, Chip is the kid in the wheelchair. The
Yeah.
Whiz kid. It was Billy. Divide and conquer. Yeah, to say the same note on there. That's hilarious. So
Remember, his name is Chip now.
Mhm. That's your
Wow.
spy. Ratchet, watch out for a surprise bumblebee attack. What? No, it's not me. Yeah, so Fire in the Sky, SOS Dinobots, Fire in the Mountain, One Dynamite. So all these are first season like episodes, essentially.
You're naming off some classic gems.
Like the Ultimate Doom. There's 3 parts to that. Then Countdown to Extinction, Plague of the Insecticons. Actually, it's a really cool story. I like the Insecticon ones, frankly, but the Heavy Metal War. This one's really popular. That's the one where it's kind of also a continuity problem. But the Heavy Metal War says that Megatron created the Constructicons on Earth.
Yeah.
Later on, yeah, like we just built them, But
when they were best friends with Omega Supreme way back in the day, on Cybertron.
Exactly. Yeah, like they totally like that came later, and they were like, "Oh, we're just going to write this in," and it completely contradicts this story, at least in that point. But that's a pretty cool story. And then these are storyboards for that heavy metal war, and the surprise is, of course, is that there's this construction site, and then all of a sudden the Constructicons come along, and wait, hey, we didn't order more of those. Wait a second, there's no one driving those things. That thing. So yeah, I do remember that. And then look, Autobot Spike, which is the first episode of the second season, and that's when they started doing like. I don't know. I think it was like they upped the production schedule of the first season. So lots of interesting stuff here.
That's when the Transformers took off like hotcakes with toy sales and the success of the first season.
Oh yeah.
And
by the way,
production.
And they didn't expect it to be so popular. It most definitely was, and evidenced by when they came with the movie. They're like, "Hey, here's an idea. Let's just kill them all off and make way for the new ones." Yeah, that went over well, especially Optimus Prime.
I still bought it. I still bought into it, but still, that just traumatized me.
It traumatized you and a whole bunch of other kids, man. It's like, it's like, hey, take my number one hero. Now kill him.
But they're robots; they could be fixed, and it's like, nope. That guy.
But that's basically what wound up happening, though, right?
Yeah, it's like that guy Prowler used to like. Yeah, he's gone. So, yeah, Optimus Prime. Brutally. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, it was sad. That's awesome. Yeah, this is a insight to history right here.
Yeah,
Rust in peace.
Yeah, Rust in Peace. You've got Revenge of Bruticus, Starscream's Brigade. That's the two-parter with introduced Bruticus. One of my favorite set of episodes from that. But then you're like, but there's more. Check this out. They actually have stuff from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends in here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so some of the concept art there. Look, it's a dog. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can kind of take a look at this. I thought this was really neat stuff, like storyboards for the show and stuff. It's just kind of cool. So yeah,
they got Muppet Babies in there.
They do have Muppet Babies in there. Let's take a look at this. I have not seen this myself, but look at this, Fozzie.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ralph. Sorry, Fozzie is the bear. This is Ralph the dog. So yes, sorry about that. Rolf. So there you go.
Wow,
let's see what else they got. Oh, some storyboards for some episode. I don't remember, but yeah. Man, this is like how they draw up the stories, man. Yeah.
That's
and then character designs. That's so cool. This is really cool stuff, man. So there's only 3 pages of this, but I hear, according to what this is, they are also putting together, they're adding to this archive as they can. And look, the tick.
That?
Oh, there's nothing here. There's just the 1 page. Whoops.
I didn't realize they did that.
Oh, there is. Okay, there is. Okay, so there is a link for the Tick versus El Cid. So there's the script. So, that's pretty cool. Huh. Or at least there's some of it here.
So it's here because it's a Sumbo production then.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
I did not know that actually. So, yeah, I did not know that. So, yeah, you've got lots of interesting.
Oh, got anything for humanoids?
Yeah. Let's see what they got in here. So, there's a toy catalog thing.
Wow.
And then some other script stuff.
Yeah, Sumbo was involved.
Imagine the too bad it's just script stuff. Imagine the concept art for this would have been like really impressive to see.
Oh yeah, for
I think
sure. I mean,
I think they're trying to pull all that together into here, so they've got other things going on. GI Joe as well.
yeah, Sumbo was involved with a lot of like cartoons and toy lines that a lot of us like really loved and grew up appreciating.
Oh man, look
Wow,
at
look at
the
that figure
catalog. I'm
set.
just like, yeah, look at that. Look at this cool stuff, man.
This is when you take it up to your parents and like, Mom, can I get this one and this one, or you write it in your Christmas list.
hmm You hope and
You're
pray that you get them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you write in your letter to Santa, please, Santa, I want a Storm Shadow and a Snake Eyes figure set
that's right.
with with a USS flag.
Yeah. I forgot Gung Ho here in this original series. He has like the Marine symbol like tattooed on his chest. I forgot about
Hmm.
that. So yeah, and some some more stuff. I guess. Yeah, they're just I don't recognize these storyboards off the hat, but yeah,
I can't. Yeah, I can't
it's hard.
tell.
It's hard to tell, kind of. Oh, there was not that one. Go back. There was a part 2 to the Transformers. I want to see this real quick. Oh, hey, check it out.
Oh,
There's like your second wave, some of your second wave and third wave announced like figures from
yeah,
Generation
the
One.
post movie figures
Mm-hmm.
and late G1. Yeah, Smokescreen was one of my favorites. I have that reissue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got some life out of that mold. Let's see here. Oh, Metroplexes.
Uh, got that for Christmas. Yeah, awesome figure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. So let's see here. So there's lots of script stuff in here. I don't see anything that's. Oh, there's some more catalog scans back here. Scorpion.
Scorponok. No,
Uh,
no disrespect to my line of generations, but yeah, some of these figures look like crap now.
oh no, you're completely right. It's G1, man. What do you expect,
But
right?
but back then
When
these
the
were like the
audience
most
was less
amazing
demanding.
toys.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean these were the most amazing toys back in the day, but I think we're so spoiled with modern engineering and character representation. Like, damn, dude, like Power Master Optimus Prime, it doesn't look as cool as he did in the commercial.
I know. I did like this figure though. This is small base
Oh,
figure. I've done
yeah, I
that.
love that figure, dude.
Mhm.
I remember getting
Like
that. I think
more
I
than
got that for my birthday.
yeah, I did get it too, and I wound up buying the Japanese reissue later
Hmm.
because it has like this is like all metal and stuff up here. Like this is all die cast in this part. But I used to watch Transformers with this thing. I just like set it on the table. It's like we're gonna watch Transformers, man. Anyway, that's the crazy kid I was. Oh, Pretenders, weird.
This is where we started to see a little bit of the decline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have some Pretenders, and I liked them at the time, but yeah, this is where we start seeing a decline in the product.
Yep. We have Jazz, Grimlock, Bumblebee, and Starscream. And it's like, okay.
Hmm.
And the little figures on the inside, and you can tell these are almost concepts because
Hmm.
there's nothing on Jazz. And I know that he did actually have more paint than that.
Yeah,
And so, but yeah, they had some, yeah, they were really grasping at straws. And, there were other cool toys out there and stuff. And then they came out with these. So,
this is where
Action
this is where
Masters.
this is where Transformers died for me.
Yeah, it took a
Okay.
hard left or a hard turn at this point because
Okay,
the
so
American
you're going to have to
market.
explain to me like what am I looking at right here? Because I just see like okay, they look like repaints, and what's the gimmick
Mark,
that
you
You're
want to
looking.
explain this? You want to explain Action Masters?
I'm gonna explain it to you as bluntly as I did Mortal Kombat. Um, these are Transformers that don't transform. Like they're just
ah
action figures that have these like gimmicky like secondary items or vehicles or pets that turned into something else, like a weapon backpack or like a jetpack or something like that. They weren't great at all.
it's the
Oh,
bold reinvention of a line right into a brick wall.
so if you look here, there's Grimlock, right? And he has this thing in front of him. This thing transforms into another thing, but it doesn't like an extra weapon or some vehicle or something. But the figure itself doesn't transform. Now, mind you, the Japanese market didn't actually market these originally. They didn't care. They actually that's what I mean. They split. So Takara Tomy, or whoever was making that, Takara for sure.
It was Takara.
They continued making transforming figures. They didn't care. They were like, "Hey, we're going to carry it," and they made the Headmaster series, and they just kept on with it. They kept on with the they carried forward the premise.
Yeah, because we did get Headmasters out here, but to John's point, like Headmasters was like its own series in Japan. And when I moved to Okinawa back in 1990, it was Star Saber. What was that? Transformers Victory.
Yeah,
that
it was.
That was like the hotness or what was airing at that time. And when I moved out there, that's when my love for Transformers reignited again, because they had legit transforming figures that never saw the light of day out here. And I'm not 100% sure on like Star Saber as a character. John might be able to kind of elaborate on what I'm talking about, but he was kind of like the prime of that series. I don't think he was actually Optimus Prime, but he was like the leader of that series, that main figure. And then after Victory was God Force, and got more Transformers from there.
I think it was before that. There was Headmasters,
or God
Master Force, and then
Master Force.
Yeah, right. Master Force. So all the Masterpiece figures, they had that. That was their thing and their gimmick.
You know what? You're right, because Power Master Optimus Prime came from Master Force.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, it wasn't necessarily Optimus Prime. It was like these humanoids that had the kind of robotic suits, and they were like the power engines to the robots themselves.
Correct. That's right. Yep, that's how they did it. So, like I said, the Japanese kind of carried that forward. And you know what? And I want to say, like, yeah, one of them reinvented Optimus Prime was supposed to be. I just don't remember which one it was. Yeah, one of the Japanese characters was a reborn Optimus Prime. Like, it was his new form. But I can't remember if that was Star Saber or if it was, or if it was. Yeah, something else. I'm just not remembering.
I want to say it was Star Saber, but then from that Transformer line, I remember I bought this when I was I think I was like in sixth, maybe seventh grade. It was Victory Convoy, and it was like a redone version of Prime, and he had like his trailer was motorized, so you had to put batteries in, and he actually moved, and when you transform into a robot, he quote unquote walked. And I know they recently re-released him as part of like the Takara like Legends line that of this current Transformers run. But I believe Star Saber was kind of like that new form of Optimus Prime or Convoy, and then Star Convoy came after that, which was this Prime figure I'm talking about. But yeah, the Transformers actually had like a deep, rich continuation. And I think I had this conversation with John before. There was another series out there by Takara I used to watch called Brave Police J. Decker. And they had a set of like robot toys that were produced by Takara, totally unrelated from Transformers, the brand, but they were essentially Transformers. And I think one of the molds was for like a ninja robot named Shadow Maru, and he was basically six shot. So they continued a lot of those robot toys for like years after that.
Yeah. Oh, this is a lot of little quick storyboards from the movie, the Transformers movie. If you didn't notice, I didn't notice these here.
Yeah, I saw a Quintesson.
Yeah, he's right there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really cool stuff. Oh, hey, check it out. I didn't even see this one.
So going through Unicron's eye.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. It's cool. This is when they're running along the corridor.
The run out.
Yep, and then they run into Rodimus Prime.
Look,
Mhm.
it's like I knew you were made of sterner stuff, kid.
Yep, he's like Autobots transform, roll out. He's like,
And that's when you saw his new like futuristic truck form. Like, oh, that's badass.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is Unicron standing on Cybertron. It looks a little small, but yeah, cool stuff though. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Neat. Yeah, I like this stuff. I haven't seen this stuff either, really. So, let's see here. What else do they have? Are Visionaries, Biker Mice from Mars? I don't care about any of this.
Oh, I used to love Visionaries, dude. They had some
You did?
dope ass toys. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Let's take a look at this real quick.
They were
Yeah,
the
I used to-
hologram
There
ones.
they are.
I used to have that cat there on the lower right, the red knight, and I used to have the cat above him, and then I had like a vehicle that had like a holographic windshield. Like because I'm a big sucker for like holograms and that kind of stuff back in the '80s, color changing shit. And so like I used to love this cartoon and toy line because of the holograms, and they were cool figures.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting. Yeah, so I think that was the only. There's something else in the back here. More of the same. Yeah, they have those. They're holograms, right? Is that what you said?
Yep. They had like holograms on their chest, and then each one came with like a banner, and they were like these futuristic knights.
Interesting. Let's see here. What else? Oh, there's an unproduced series here called Air Raiders. I don't even know what that is. Moon Dreamers.
Air Raider. I do remember a toy line for that. I don't think that.
Let's see.
remember
Actually, let's see if they have a picture of any of these toys. I don't recognize this actually.
I don't recognize that. Yeah, I don't recognize the vehicle. They'd have to show some like character designs. That looks dope though.
Yeah.
I probably would have ate that up.
Okay, Jim. Oh wait. No,
She's
that's not
truly
what I wanted to
outrageous.
do. Ah, gosh, shut up. There we go.
Oh, that artwork is badass.
They storyboarded this.
Wow, that's awesome. That's some like really well done storyboarding art.
Yeah, it is. Oh, this is for the intro kind of a thing. Wow, so that if anything really epitomizes the 80s, this show does.
Oh yeah. A girl who
Yep,
who ran an
that's like the most
orphanage.
80s thing I've seen all year so far.
Mhm.
Yep,
Truly
totally outrageous. Yeah. She ran an orphanage and then had this hologram that would turn her into Jem.
No, crazy. I mean, I remember watching a few of the episodes. I was really not into it though. At least I don't think so. If it was, I totally forgot about watching it. Honestly, but it was there. I think in the block, for lack of a better word, it's like a Hasbro block.
Yeah, for sure.
And Transformers, GI Joe, Gem, something like that. It's all
I remember it did have some like dope music, like because there was Gem and the Holograms, and then their rival band, the Misfits.
Right. Yeah, that's right. They had that too. That's right. That's crazy. There's some of the dolls. But yeah, I mean, fascinating. Really interesting stuff. What else I got here? Pandemonium. Is this like something panda thing? I don't know. Okay. Maybe it was. But there's only one thing here. Now, this is the old Incredible Hulk, but I don't think they have much here. Yeah, they just got a couple pages. Let's see this one. That was it's just a contemporary. I think it's the same time frame as like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah.
Some of those older Marvel productions. So.
See, the '80s Marvel cartoons are when they really started stepping up, dude. Because like, I mean, I used to watch the '60s stuff, and they were fun when I was a kid. But trying to watch them now, it's like, oh my goodness, like it's kind of painful. You
know what? It's just got. I mean, okay, so there was Fantastic Four. There was Spider-Man, everyone's favorite.
There was Iron Man had a
Iron
cartoon.
Man. Like, and the one thing that I noticed between them all is like their backgrounds were so super boring.
Yes.
Like I was just like, what? There's nothing to see here. There's the characters, and there's nothing else. Like, what's going on?
And the voiceovers were kind of stiff, kind of monotone.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Mandarin, don't do that.
Yeah. Some of that carried forward later on, but it wasn't as bad. So I mean, but they eventually got it. Let's see here.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Fraggle Rock was live action, like puppetry stuff, but that's interesting.
They did have an animated series.
Oh, did they? I did not know that.
They did, yeah. I used to watch that shit too.
1987. Wow. Huh. They only have 3 of these here, but that's fascinating. That's pretty cool.
Fraggle Rock was dope.
Fraggle Rock was dope. I like that show. I never saw the animated version, but I love that original show. That was
really I like the puppet one too. Like the whole Fraggle Rock brand was like awesome.
Yeah,
should bring that back.
Yeah, I've got the first season on DVDs. Yeah, let's see here. So there's a couple things here that look interesting. What's this? Specials, pilots, miniseries, and movies. Okay, so I don't know if we're going to really see much in terms of pictures on this one, but let's see. Robotics was one. I remember that toy.
I remember that too. Remember the toy, remember the TV series.
Yeah, Toy Galaxy guy did something on robotics, didn't he?
Yeah, he mentioned that this is also like, unlike a lot of the stuff he talks about, the toy line for this hasn't been discontinued. It's been running ever since like the 80s. Because I think it's like,
wow, really?
Yeah, I think it's being sold more as like an educational thing, like as a tech toy for kids.
Yep, like Legos or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, okay. But also robotics is also one of those things that we like to call a Sunday morning cartoon, because I only remember seeing this on Sunday.
Yes, I agree. Wait. That's interesting.
Snap. For Pride of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Oi, girly.
Yeah, this might be. Oh no, it is Pride of the X-Men. Look at that. That's that same one.
With Aussie Wolverine.
That's cool. I did like that one. Pride of the X-Men's
That was a good cartoon.
It deserves to be preserved for posterity, so audiences can experience the joy that is Australian Wolverine.
That's right.
What sucks is, like, as much as I love the 90s X-Men, like, they were Sumbo was on the right track with what they did with Pride of the X-Men. Like, I wish that kind of came to fruition, at least for like a season.
Oh man, a whole season of Australian Wolverine. I don't think we're that deserving,
We would have gotten used to it.
Yeah.
No, it's like I do think that like Australian Wolverine, it's like something everyone needs to experience at least once in their life. Like EX Arm as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's try this. What's this one say here? Oh, this is just a listing of things. But essentially you can just go down like memory lane and
wait, so what's at the very bottom though? I'm curious.
The very bottom?
Yeah.
Sunbow, the Cramp Twins.
Damn, so they were doing stuff. Yeah,
never heard of it.
They were doing stuff up this late.
Yeah. So the Fat Dog Mendoza never aired in the U.S. Okay. The Brothers Flub. I have no idea what that is.
Nope.
Salty's Lighthouse, Crayon Box, and then we just hop into the Mask, the animated series, which I actually do remember that. Oh. That was a Saturday morning cartoon, right?
I remember that too. Yep. Because the Mask and Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey spawned 2 cartoons.
Oh, that was the decade of Jim Carrey, man. Like,
yeah,
he was all over the place, right?
G.I.
Ace
Joe,
Ventura, all that stuff. Yeah, G.I. Joe Extreme. I don't remember caring about that. Yeah, I don't remember caring about that much.
Well, only 13 episodes, so it's like not anyone else did either.
Yeah. So, Littlest Pet Shop. What else we got? The Tick. That's classic.
Oh, 26 episodes, I guess.
Okay, this is garbage. Actually, Generation 2 Transformers, 39 episodes, repackaged footage. That's all you need to know about that.
Oh, yeah. Conan
What's the original? Warriors. Huh?
There's Conan and the Young Warriors, preceded by 52 episodes of Conan the Adventurer the previous year.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you can see it right here. 52 episodes there, 13 on that. Must not have been that far. I've never seen it, so I can't.
Its repositioning clearly didn't take.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Hey, My Little Ponytails. That's like G2 My Little Pony.
Oh wow, yeah, I thought that was straight up 80s.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. 1992, 93, that's definitely later. Because I
Yeah.
know in the 80s they had a My Little Pony cartoon.
Yeah, that's all I remember from that era.
And it is affectionately by quote unquote bronies today called G1. You know, they call it. I'm not kidding you. They call that G1, and then this G2. The My Little Ponytails is like G2 for them. Like,
Wow.
no compare. And the thing about like the new series, like there's people who love it and they just hate that G1 stuff. They're like, oh, it's so lame and dumb, and it's like so. I'm like,
It was
you
good.
should just acknowledge your roots, bronies. Just acknowledge.
It sounds like
roots.
it's good for perspective as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check this out. They've got Bucky O'Hare and the Toad Warriors, Jim Henson's Muppet Babies. This is a cartoon that everyone should watch. I don't know. I think it's fun. I haven't rewatched it since. But
unfortunately, due to licensing, because in their imaginations they had like a lot of different franchises in there, like Gone with the Wind flashbacks or
Star Wars.
Disney owns Star Wars now, which they own Jim Henson's Muppet Babies, but I think there's other little things that are tied in there that they don't own that could be problematic in re-releasing this, because I've been waiting for a re-release of Muppet Babies in some form, like DVD or whatever, for like years, dude, because I do love this. I do love that series. It was really well done.
Yeah, it really was.
It's like it was a regular staple of my Saturday morning diet as well.
For sure.
Yeah. Let's see here. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Little Shaw.
I did like that cartoon as well, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, let's roll up.
Oh, Kid and Play. Okay.
Kid and Play.
Wait,
Kid and Play right here. Okay, gotcha.
I used to watch that too.
Rude Dog and the Dweebs. Pride of the X-Men. Oh, there it is. Hey. Good to see you there. Blondie and Dagwood. Oh, that's like it's like they did a one-off special.
Oh, from
must have been like one of those prime time specials.
Well, yeah, right.
What's the name of that comic strip? I used to read it back in the day.
Yeah, it was Blondie and Dagwood.
It was just
it was Blondie.
It was just Blondie. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see here. Dino Riders.
They had some awesome toys too.
And then RoboCop, the cartoon RoboCop.
That had awesome toys too. I didn't really care for the series. It didn't have the violence of the movie.
Maybe it's the same one. Visionaries. There's your Visionaries right here. Oh, there's Defenders of the Earth, if you like that. And there's G.I. Joe repackaged season. Yes, it was. Transformers, Gem, My Little Pony and Friends. So maybe that My Little Pony and Friends, maybe that's the same one. I know that there is a generation too, but this, if they're calling it the same thing, but they didn't call it a repackage down there. I don't know. What do I look like? Some kind of My Little Pony? Do I look like a brony to you? I have no idea. All right, so look at this. My Little Pony and Friends. So 50 half hours anthology. My Little Pony, Glow Friends, Moon Dreamers, Potato Head Kids. Was it Moon Dreamers? What's that? Glow Friends.
The Potato Head Kids? I used to watch that too. I like that cartoon.
Wasn't Glow Friends and Moon Dreamers, weren't these like plushy things? I have no idea.
I think they were
there's like a glow worm or something like that.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Kids would take it to bed with them. I didn't own a glow worm.
It was a plushy nightlight.
Yeah, basically, right? So there's no danger with that, right? I'm sure of it. Let's see here. So pretty much some of the same stuff. I don't know what this is. Oh,
What's
Little
that?
Muppet Monsters, 13 ordered, 3 aired. That's an interesting distinction.
I don't remember that.
No, Dungeons and Dragons.
Good show.
Yeah. Oh, the Super Sunday as a block. This is essentially at 7 minutes.
This is the Sunday morning cartoons I was talking to you about.
Yep. So we
Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines. I used to watch that shit too.
had.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's like an hour of all those things right there.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So as we go further back in time, we have the Transformers 84, 85. We also have, oh man, oh, see, there was a My Little Pony way back then. So, okay, and 83, 84. Okay, so, and then something called Charmkin. So these are just specials. They're like one-offs, right? So,
Testing the waters for the brand.
yep, exactly. Meatballs and spaghetti. But the real marketing didn't come around until Transformers. G.I. Joe, I know it came before it, but still, I'm just going to say. Well, there it is. I think that pretty much does it. Let's see here. This programming by TV season. Oh, I don't know what. Oh man, this is like a whole entire spreadsheet. I did not want to see that. Like that looks like work.
Leave that to the office.
Yeah, that looks like work. So that's interesting. So there's some unproduced projects. Doctor Strange and the Mystery Kids. Oh,
What?
yeah, that been
That's
interesting.
awesome.
The Mysterians. I think this one was actually covered by Toy Galaxy Dude. Incredible
Dan
Hulk
Larson.
and She-Hulk. Yeah, Dan Larson. Yes, sir. Incredible Hulk and She-Hulk. Well, there's some scripts there.
That would have been cool.
Oh, Car and Cable. Remember this thing? Anyway.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he covered that.
The Prowl Shadow. And there's a goofy dog. Okay, so let's just say Bert the dog. Anyway, so Air Raiders, 1987. Oh, this is the one we were looking at. We were like, what's that? So
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Then you said like if you had some characters, maybe Siegfried and Roy. We're gonna have a cartoon or something. Really?
What the heck?
Hey, why the hell not?
Hey, yeah, I guess so. Huh? Let's see here. There's Siegfried and Roy, and I'm going backwards. I noticed there's some. Hey, they were gonna have it. Did they have a Daredevil?
Nah, not that I
know. So this was
that'd be sick.
They didn't actually make it back then, but they were planning on it, I guess. So
wow,
that does look pretty rad right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So they had some other things that are conceptual.
Wow, they were really gonna bump up the Marvel animated hour.
Hey, it is like you never start with just one. You never start with one Marvel thing. It's like it's always one, and then everything else follows.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what this is. The Monstrous. This is another. I don't know what this is even related to, honestly. But
nope.
Well, she's like a monster woman. Okay, don't know. Okay, Teen Hulk.
Teen Hulk.
Now there's a funny concept.
Yeah.
Hulk Hound. Okay, not sure.
Wow. Now you're digging.
Yeah. The Wacky West. Maybe some things are better left unproduced. Although I probably would have watched something like this. I'm not saying. So
this does not look like too far like out there for considering the era.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff on this site. So I thought that we would just kind of go through it and kind of look at it, see some of what they had there. So unproduced project. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's some cool history right here. I mean, especially looking at kind of the unreleased project. I mean, there are some good concepts out there, and sometimes you wish certain things were made, but at the same time, you're kind of glad, like, not every idea is a good idea. Like Teen Hulk would have seemed like a cool idea, but Hulk Hound, nah. I don't know where that came from.
well, they did have Teen Wolf, and that was a cartoon too.
Oh yeah, I used to love that cartoon too. Yep.
I don't know. Just depends on the era what my favorite cartoons were. So obviously some of the classics, but then there's all the stuff on the outside fringes as well. What do I consider to be on the outside fringes? Stuff that I had a very hard time locating, like the cat.
Yeah, that's a series I've been trying to locate myself. Like I know I think it was a Canadian produced cartoon, but yeah, as far as finding like a collection or even like a a volume box set, like that's impossible. I used to love Eek the Cat, and then the side cartoons like Terrible Thunder Lizards and Clutter. Like I miss that. I miss that era.
Oh, from the Terrible Thunder Lizards, it was the two humans.
Yeah, like it was the two like Cro-Magnon humans, and like one of them was like he seemed like he was like a bumbling nice guy, but he was actually super smart. And
Yeah.
it was like the tall, skinny one who thought he was smart, but he was actually the dumbass. He was kind of
Yeah.
like the
And
he was kind of like this he was kind of like the Squidward of the two.
Yeah, and he was always getting hurt for some reason.
Yeah.
And then do you remember what his catchphrase was?
Nah, it's on the tip of my tongue.
It is make the hurting stop.
That's right. Make the hurting stop.
I used to say that at work. Anyway,
great memories, and
yeah,
that's a sad thing to me, and I know I listen to a lot of video game podcasts like IGN based podcasts, and one of the big conversations lately has been game preservation due to the rumors that Sony was going to close down the PS3 and Vita stores this summer, but
the PS3 stores.
Yeah, and the PS3 stores, they finally put the kibosh on that. They were like, no, we're not going to close down the ability for PS3 and Vita owners to re-download their games, but for PSP they are. But anyway, this relates to cartoon history for me, because there's a lot of the cartoons you rattled off from that list, like specifically Muppet Babies. Like I don't want to see that lost to the wayside. I mean, when it came to the Muppet brand, I grew up with the Muppet Show and Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock and stuff. But for me, I think Muppet Babies was like the best of that, of that Muppet line. And I know they recently kind of did like a newer version for this generation of kids, but back in the day, like that Muppet Babies, cartoon where they go off on these little adventures and they use their imagination using like live footage from like movies and other, mediums. Like I love that. And I would hope that Disney would put in the work to try to like bring that, series back to life in some sort of way, whether it be streaming on Disney Plus or release it on DVD. But I think just like the Wonder Years kind of took a while to kind of come back, on Hulu or DVD just because of music licensing.
yeah.
And so I think with Muppet Babies, we're kind of in that same kind of hole. And I'm hopeful that, that could be worked out someday. But, a lot of those cartoons that you've rattled off, I mean, it's like, I think Visionaries might have been released at one point, but I can't find it, at least not find it at a decent price. But I would love to get a lot of these collections, like, added to some type of like streaming service, or like, even, newer DVD release. Like I think Shout Factory was a company that, started bringing out a lot of these classics we grew up with, like Transformers and G.I. Joe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would love to see more of that come out.
Yeah, maybe another company. I don't know. They're still around, aren't they? Shout. I mean, I know they stopped.
Shout's still around.
So, they appear to have plenty of resources to do something like that. Although I know that they just closed the production on those Japanese Transformer series. You were actually sent me a link, but I already had the DVDs for those. So,
well, I'm not sure if they even have like the Transformer license anymore. I mean, yeah, Shout's still around, but as far as like that last Transformers G1 release that we have, I don't know if that's still in production. I know it's available, like you can find it on Amazon, but I don't know if they're like producing anymore. And then, like you said, like, yeah, with the Japanese Transformers, like they're done, printing new copies of that. So I don't know if like, that they're just, ceasing production on those and maybe coming out with a Blu-ray set eventually, or if they just don't have the license for Transformers anymore. But who knows? But yeah, I mean,
I'd buy it. I'd buy it as a Blu-ray set.
at this point, dude, like I think I bought every iteration of G1 Transformers that were ever released. From the silver box to this new single set. If it's a good transfer on Blu-ray and they put in some nice special features like this, going back to like toy production and behind the scenes of the show and things like that, I'd be inclined to rebuy a collection again.
Yeah, make it worth my while, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen on Netflix The Toys That Made Us, and kind of seeing like the background and the history on like how G.I. Joe, Transformers, Turtles, and a bunch of franchises were conceived and created and marketed. Like, for a Blu-ray set, I think that would be like very interesting to like include, to kind of entice like the be-all collection for a celebrated franchise like that, especially once they hit I think we're going to be hitting the 40th anniversary of Transformers within the next 2 years. So, that's something that'll be awesome to release for that time frame.
Yeah, now I feel even older.
I know, but that's the reality. Like once we were talking about like Macross hitting 40, it's like, oh damn, like Transformers is 84 too. So, we got like, 2.5 years.
Well, here's the thing though. There's still an audience. If it wasn't for that, a lot of people wouldn't even have, we wouldn't even have these franchises. Like this is the original. Oh gee, man. It's like, and there wouldn't be any movies. There wouldn't be all the toy lines that exist now for a lot of these properties, right? So
yeah. Well, think about. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say. Well, if you really think about it, it's our generation that's like keeping these franchises alive. I mean, if you were to ask like a kid, that doesn't have a parent who grew up with this stuff in the 80s, they might not know about like Transformers or Gem or My Little Pony and things like that. But when we're seeing like a lot of these reboots, like a new Voltron, new Transformers, a new G.I. Joe, I mean, these are people that are a part of these projects that grew up with those brands.
Mm-hmm.
And are keeping them fresh and are keeping them, keeping them alive. So, I mean, we've been talking about, there's been talks about Masters of the Universe reboot for quite a while, but I know like this one that's about to come out on Netflix that Kevin Smith is involved with. I'm really stoked to see that because, Masters of the Universe is something, a lot of us grew up with, but I remember as a kid, I used to have all those toys, and it's been rebooted before, but the Master of the Universe community is like, excuse me, like it's still really strong. I mean, they have like power cons like every year celebrating Masters of the Universe, and there's brand new toys that come out on a regular basis. Like it's still a strong community, and it's people who grew up with it that are keeping it alive, like doing the new toys and designs, and us as consumers buying into those products.
Now, have you guys heard of the In Search of Tomorrow thing?
Yep. Couldn't escape the ads for it on YouTube when it was being promoted on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I have not seen this.
Okay. It's an 80s. Well, you can read it right here because I'm bringing up the Kickstarter. An 80s sci-fi documentary, a 4-hour plus retrospective on 80s sci-fi movies, featuring interviews with actors, directors, writers, special effects experts, and composers.
And Dan Larson.
And yeah, Dan Larson as well. So
oh, nice.
They have like I keep seeing the clips for these, and I mean, you can see some of the stuff they've got here just off the top. Wow, there's a Kira right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Back to the Future, E.T.
Putting a Kira in here says, yes, we are going to be very comprehensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I continue to see these, and it's like, In Search of Tomorrow will take viewers on a year-by-year deep dive into the many awe-inspiring worlds of the 80s sci-fi movies, which are some of the best, let's face it.
Yeah.
Breaking down the most iconic, eccentric films you know and love. And many you may have forgotten or missed. This is also true. Examining science, technology, and artistry behind the fiction. The completed feature will be more than 4 hours long. I really want to see this thing, you know? Heroes and heroines. Just cool stuff, man. It's really cool.
Hey, estimated delivery. So July.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
any idea how that's that's still the estimated date, or have things fallen back?
I don't know. Because I barely know about this project. They just updated it. Last week? Looks like last week. They have 6,300 backers. They've pledged 484,000 pounds at least. Almost 485,000 pounds.
Do they have a goal listed?
I don't know.
Pretty sure they beat it.
Probably.
Because I would have thought it would have been at the top. Like, our goal is this, and here we are now.
So here's all the levels, right? So the Rick Deckard AP credit. So you get an associate producer credit on IMDb, poster, and the movie credit, and you're in the movie credits. Plus, you get 2 tickets to the Hollywood premiere. Oh, that's neat. Oh, cool. And then
that's awesome.
The Luke Skywalker is like, that much.
You're an executive producer now, if you give that much.
That's a lot of money. Pounds don't really equate to dollars very well. They're actually a lot more. So the Luke Skywalker get an executive producer credit, poster, and the movie credits, plus receive 2 tickets and all the other stuff. And then you probably get some more things. Top supporter, access, backers to a Discord channel. Okay. Wow. All the rewards listed in the Admiral Kirk tier. Did I skip over the Admiral Kirk tier? There's the Ellen Ripley tier. 2,400 or more. 1,000 or more is a Roy Batty. Let's see here. What else is there? The Admiral Kirk. You get the Blu-ray. Hey, I can do the Admiral Kirk. It's cheap. And I'd be supporting a thing I would probably like. Or the Kyle Reese. The Kyle Reese.
Or Kyle Reese.
Oh, man. No respect, man.
I know.
That's what you get. The Flash Gordon. You get just the Blu-ray. Okay, that's pretty cool. Huh. So you can get the Blu-ray for $6. Your pledge.
Wait, so what's the difference between so the Kyle Reese is also the DVD? What's the difference between this?
Well, this is a DVD. That's Blu-ray, right?
Yeah. So you think that wouldn't Blu-ray be more?
It is more. So that's 60 or more, and then this says the same.
Yeah,
wow, you're right. I guess you get to pick. I don't know. I would pick the Blu-ray every day. Maybe there's some people that don't own Blu-ray players. I don't understand that. Okay.
Surprise.
Yeah. Estimated delivery in July of this year, right? So this is part of what you're pointing out. 3609 backers. So yeah, they're getting 381. The Kyle Reese, still no respect, man. Like 381 backers versus 3609. I guess more people on Blu-rays. Okay. Digital copy. So you get the digital copy as well. That's nice. Do you get the digital copy with this one? Yeah, you do. You get it in DVD as well. So, but I should probably get the Blu-ray anyway. The Marty McFly, the digital version. So, name in the credits. See, that's pretty low barrier. I mean, that's a low entry point. Anybody could do that.
Yeah.
30 pounds. That's probably not more than $50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Virtual premiere watch party. Oh, that's cool. So you can sit there and watch it when they premiere it online, and boom, you're there.
That's cool. I can't wait to check that out.
4
hours of nostalgic radness.
Yeah. And one thing I was noticing, let's see here, can I pull this out? Yeah, I can. Let's do this here. Uh-oh, what the heck?
VR troopers.
I forgot. Could you guys hear anything?
I hear like something in the background, like a telephone.
Oh, no, that's fine. It's not it. I thought you had a link to the In Search of Tomorrow stuff. Anyway, the video's wrong.
Yeah, all I remember is like seeing these as like commercials, like either like before or after like the start of his videos.
So yeah, they've got there's all these different trailers that they've put out for them. And that's all I know. Let's see here. Trailer 2. There's just all sorts of things in there. It's cool stuff. See, this is like a documentary for my that's right up my alley. I like the stuff with like the there'll be Tron in it as well and all that other stuff. So, which I love Tron still. Don't care what people think. I love Tron. RoboCop, all that.
That was my movie.
What Tron?
RoboCop. I love Tron too.
I love. Oh yeah, I love RoboCop's great.
But Alex Murphy getting shot up like really traumatized me. I was like, oh man, they shot this man's hand off.
Oh yeah, it was
that's cold blooded.
This just all like, yeah, that was pretty messed up. How about the mutant monster hitting the windshield? No, I'm just kidding. You remember
that scared the crap out of me as a child, like forever. like there was two things in Hollywood, like two things in movie history that I had to close my eyes every time I watched it, and it was him getting melted and getting ran over, and that dude in Temple of Doom getting his heart taken out by Mularam.
That
and
I love those things.
Oh, and of course, and the Covenant scene in Raiders, I had to close my eyes on that too. I was like, oh man, this is traumatizing me.
It's like the one thing I remember having to close my eyes for was the when that Nazi chooses from the wrong cup in Last Crusade.
I like that, though.
That was freaky, but that was also comedy to me because it was like that Pee-wee kind of claymation that Pee-wee's making.
Oh, large, good
like
God,
large,
man, that's
that large Marge type claymation.
That was Nightmare Fuel as well, because I mean, like that was when the film. That was when Pee-wee's Big Adventure stopped being funny for a second, and
it got a little dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did get a little dark there because I remember as a kid, like it would startle me because like it's like she's telling this scary story and you're kind of like getting closer to the TV too, kind of listening to her like intently, and then all of a sudden you're kind of sideswiped by like a puppet. Blah, 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 like, oh shit!
Exactly.
Great film, dude.
Why I still remember that part,
man. God bless you, Tim Burton.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like all the old Tim Burton films.
Yeah, see, that's why this documentary is just bringing up some gems, dude. I can't wait to check it out. Like, 4 hours of that documentary is like better well spent than the 2 hours I wasted on a movie I watched today that I told Jason. I'm not going to say anything to the audience, but yeah, there was a movie that came out today on one of the big streaming services. Do your homework. Still bitter about it.
Dookie. It's not great. Okay. But yeah, the In Search of Tomorrow project. Yeah, totally. I think I might just go in for the Blu-ray though. So that seems cool. Plus I get my name in the credits. I could do that.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I don't think I could do the Luke Skywalker and these other like really.
you don't want to go for those legendary sci-fi tiers.
I see. So the Rick Deckard is like if you pledge 800 pounds or more, it's not even that's no longer available. And there's what's this one? So if you pledge 4,800 pounds or more, you get the Luke Skywalker, and There are 2 backers to it. It's limited, 3 left of 5. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy. So
if you've got more money than sense, it's yours.
Yeah, I mean, for that price, I better get Luke Skywalker's lightsaber.
So what is pounds to dollars? Let's see what it says. It says so. What did I say? 4,800. Oh yeah, that. Wait. Well, let's see here. 4,800. I was right. 4,800 pounds is $6,648. Way too much for my blood. So
you can get like a top of the line gaming PC for that much and change.
Yep. The Ellen Ripley is 2,400 pounds. What's 2,400? 2,400. That's $3,324. Sorry, the price is wrong. I can't do that. However, there are only 10 backers allowed on that one, and they only have 3 left. So there must be some people out there. So that's kind of really cool that someone wants to drop that money on it.
You can get like 3 PS5s for that price.
Oh yeah. The Roy Batty was the 1,000 pounds. So what's that? That's going to be like at least 1,200. It's 1,385. So again, that's still more than I want to spend on it. I'm supportive, and there's no limit on that.
Yeah, I'd have to go for the Mac and Me package. which is like $20.
Yeah. He's like I get to watch it streaming once.
What's lower?
Oh, and then they'll throw you off a cliff in a wheelchair for free.
What's lower than Kyle Reese?
What's that one?
Let's go to the Mac and Me package. Funny stuff.
The Admiral Kirk is actually that's fairly reasonable. It's only 100 pounds, but still, I mean that's $138.50. You get, I mean, there is another package that has a Blu-ray, but I'd have to see exactly what you get. That's different. So,
well, once it comes out on Blu-ray, then they can get my money. Then,
yeah, exactly. Well, I may support this project. I don't know, but not at those insane levels. Nothing higher than the Admiral Kirk at 100 pounds. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's cool. Like, if you get, if you invest in certain tiers, like you get listed as a executive producer and you have your name in the credits and all that. But if I had $6,000 lying around like that, then I wouldn't be living in the Inland Empire. So,
yep. Too true.
So but that's cool. That's an awesome project. I like documentaries like that. Like I think Sean Astin, I remember he narrated and I think he like co-produced this Video Games the Movie, basically like 2-hour documentary on the history of video games going from asteroids to now. And I like seeing those like documentaries on cultural, important cultural points in entertainment in our lifetime. And I feel like the 80s and the 90s were like the golden age of that, at least in my lifetime. And then in the early 2000s, like, we kind of started, getting into that next age, and we had some great content there. But I feel now, and I'm not totally knocking it, I feel like the bite-sized consumption is kind of taken away from the art, like kind of the artistic portrayal of certain shows and brands. And what I mean by that too is like I love Teen Titans Go, but that formula of like that quick 11-minute short cartoon, like that seems to be the norm for a lot of shows now, and like the kind of 25-30 minute cartoon is kind of like out the door. I don't see you don't see that too much anymore.
Nope, you sure don't. Wow, they interview a lot of people in this thing, like Peter Weller, RoboCop. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, actually, just looking at that that thing. So Peter Weller, Sean Young.
Oh, I remember Sean Young.
You know, Bruce Box. I can never pronounce that.
Leitner.
Bruce Boxleitner.
Yes. You know, Tron, everyone. And as well as other things, by the way. He's in the Tron was one of his more famous roles. But he's also John Sheridan in Babylon 5. Hello, everyone. All right.
That's why he's here.
Sarah Douglas. You know who Sarah Douglas is?
Doesn't sound familiar.
Sarah Douglas plays Ursa in Superman and Superman 2. Queen Taramis in Conan the Destroyer.
Wait. Who in Superman 1 and 2?
So she plays one of the Krypton people.
The evil Kryptonians.
Yes. Kryptonian.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And she played Olivia Diabu's evil sorcerer auntie in Conan the Destroyer. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting stuff here. Oh my gosh, Henry Thomas. Okay, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, hey, I should just show you guys what I'm looking at because this is the Indiegogo screen, the Indiegogo page, where they have all the other information. But there you go. There you go. These are people that are in it. Did you know John Ratzenberger was in The Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
I know. Who is he?
He's one of the pilots on Hoth. Blink, if you miss him, it's like you have to look in the credits and you say, like, hey, is that John Ratzenberger in the credits?
I did not know that.
But I always just drank with him at Cheers.
Yeah,
and in every Pixar movie.
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
Yep. Dee Wallace, Marion E.T., and Elliot from E.T. Okay, so, and she was also in Critters, Lance Guest from Last Starfighter. Did you see that movie?
Long time ago.
Yeah. Nick Castle also wrote Escape from New York. This person, Jesse the Mind Ventura. Jesse the Body. Retired pro wrestler, politician, and political commentator, author, and actor. Yeah, he's in there. Yeah, he was in Predator, right? Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, remember it's like he ain't got time to bleed.
That's right. Mark Goldblatt. Okay, he's an editor. These people from Aliens.
Yeah. Hey, Bill Duke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Keith David, too. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can't do this without Keith David.
Ernie Hudson. Yes.
Oh,
Winston.
crap. Ivan Reitman. Wow.
Ivan Reitman. Yeah. They got a lot of people on this thing.
Oh, Clancy Brown.
Oh, Clancy. Yeah, that's my dog, Clancy Brown, dude. He's been in a lot of good stuff.
The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. Oh, yeah. And then the Kurgan and Highlander. Wait, I'm trying to remember that.
I remember him. It's like he was just like crazy as balls in that movie.
Yeah, trying to murder freaking Christopher Lambert at every corner so he can become the one.
Oh, Paul Verhoeven.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Wow, I used to love Nancy Allen, dude. She is gorgeous. From RoboCop.
Yes. 1, 2, and 3. She was in all of them.
We don't count 3.
Yeah, I don't remember watching.
We don't talk about that one in polite.
We don't count 3.
Also know her for her horror work, including Dress to Kill and Carrie. Yeah, okay.
Kurtwood Smith, Clarence Bonniger himself.
Ronnie Cox. While I do remember him from that Star Trek uniform he is wearing, yeah, I actually remember him more from Total Recall than I do RoboCop. I don't remember his role in RoboCop, but I remember him in Total Recall.
You don't remember him from RoboCop? He was Dick. He was the one who created. he was the one that was head of the Ed 209 project, and then when Ed 209 broke down and shot up the boardroom, Bobby came in and said, "Oh, I got a better project." So then Dick hired Clarence Bonniger to kind of sabotage the RoboCop project to get Bobby out of his seat. He was the main bad guy, and then RoboCop threw his ass out the window at the end.
That's crazy.
After he was fired.
I'm gonna have to. You know what? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh no, I was saying after he was fired because RoboCop couldn't, under the protocols, hurt a member of OCP.
That was his zeroth protocol.
That's right.
And so recently, I think it was last year, they actually came out with a dope RoboCop Blu-ray. It was it was some type of, I don't know, Criterion collection or something like that. And so I picked that up last year, and that was the first time I rewatched RoboCop in I don't know, 10 years or so. And I'm like, man, I love this movie, dude. I forgot how badass it was.
Yeah. There was and I just want to say right off the top, the last time I saw Sam J. Jones, Ted.
Where they did cocaine where they did cocaine at his house. Yeah. That shit was comedy.
Yeah, it was. I love that movie. It's great. Okay, so this guy's just put in a lot of things. Okay. I remember seeing Flash Gordon. Yes, I do. This Flash Gordon, right? Weird. Nicholas Meyer, yeah, Wrath of Khan.
Wheaton.
Oh, good Lord, this geek. No, I'm not gonna buy this set.
You can't have any nerd. You can't have any nerd memorabilia, anything without Will Wheaton being involved. Yeah. It's just a given.
I would have to say that Wesley Crusher is a fairly annoying character in TNG, but he more than redeems himself in Big Bang Theory. Okay, and he plays himself. That's the funny thing. I love his role in that one. Huh?
I finally finished watching the entirety of the Big Bang Theory on HBO Max, and I just love Will Wheaton's being himself, but I love him in that show, dude. How he kind of started off as an enemy of Sheldon, but then kind of becomes his friend. Yeah. But then just through every situation, Will Wheaton's kind of oh dude, he's still nice to Sheldon, but it's how did I become friends with this guy? You can always tell in his face.
Yeah, I met Will Wheaton once at a convention a long time ago. Walter Koenig, Adam Nimoy, which is the son of Leonard Nimoy, and I don't know. Mm-hmm. Oh, Peter Preston, Star Trek 2. Okay, so I know this guy. Alan Dean Foster, he is actually quite the writer. Michael Okuda, yeah, he designed basically for the Star Trek Next Generation. He basically was the guy who designed all of those displays and panels and shit.
Doesn't he do the text commentaries for the for the first 6 movies as well?
I don't remember. I can't remember.
I remember his name from that. He's some sort of really text intensive nerd thing for Star Trek. So I gotta look that up now.
He is a what they're saying there is not wrong. Where it says graphic designer for NASA and Star Trek, but Star Trek Next Generation. Those little diagrams you see all over the panels and stuff like that. Where it has the lines and then the kind of circle. Those he invented the layout of all those. They use those in almost all the next gen properties. Up to Voyager and stuff. So much so that they're called Okudagrams. That's what they call them. So, John Carpenter,
one of my favorite directors.
Yeah, Joe Dante. What else we got here? These guys too. Directors. Joe Brown, co-writer, actor. Earth Girls Are Easy.
Earth Girls Are Easy. Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
Alex Winter.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Winter. Yes, of course. Yes, he's in it. Vernon Wells. Yeah. There's a lot of people in this thing.
Oh yeah, they got some 80s gems, 80s royalty in here.
This just seems like it's right up the alley.
You can't have
we love.
You can't have an 80s documentary without Robert Englund.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. That's what he looks like now, huh? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Found it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see. Cooter, he and Denise O'Cooter are serving as consultants on a. It's like they also created text commentaries in the 10 Star Trek Special Edition DVD movies, as well as special text commentaries for the Star Trek fan collection sets.
Yep.
Okay.
So they did those commentaries afterwards. So they did do them. So they put them together, and you probably won't find a more well researched guy on those movies. I have he produced, and I don't know if you guys have it. It's called the Star Trek Encyclopedia. Him and Denise, his wife. They also made like technical manuals and things like that, like describing all of the stuff as well. Cool. I have the encyclopedia somewhere around here, the last updated version of it, where it just kind of like try to strings together all the Star Trek continuity and everything. It's really cool. And like I said, I would like to meet him and his wife. Frankly, I think that they've contributed quite a lot. But yeah, those are he designed the look of those sets basically, and I was just like, yeah, that's pretty impressive. So let's go scrolling. I thought I was at the bottom. I'm not quite to the bottom. There's just tons of people here. What? John Dykstra. Yeah, more of the same. Let's see here.
Oh,
and more
James
to come.
Roll.
Was that? Wait. James Rolfe.
Yeah.
Hey, check that out. He's even in here. How about that? Huh. Cool. Angry video game nerd? Or Cinemassacre? Yeah.
Oh, I've seen his videos. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. I like his videos. So cool stuff. I mean, there's just a ton of shit in here. Yeah, and there's all your tiers. We were talking about it before. So yeah. Out of range right here. The Admiral Kirk could be about as high as I could go. So yeah, so fun stuff, man. And soundtrack, there's a soundtrack and all that. Cool.
This will be an interesting watch.
Yeah, I'm totally down to watch it. I've been seeing the trailers pop up here and there, and I think Toy Galaxy guy, Dan Larson's, he has a couple of promos in his videos, right? Am I wrong about that? No?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so right up our alley. So cool stuff. So I think with that, we'll wrap it up. So thanks for joining us, everyone. We're just kind of, talking our way through the 80s. Maybe we should do this for the 90s and just focus on that. Although some of these things have overlapped.
I agree. There's some great content to discuss from movie and television history there.
Absolutely. So it's so weird that it's so influential. I guess maybe not, but like I think that the 60s, yeah, you had some like iconic figures like the Adam Wests and the what's his name? William Shatner. What's his name?
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. And there are other people in the 60s, but I mean, like franchises really, and then you had some of the 70s stuff. I mean, let's face it, the first Battlestar Galactica, which I think is the first pilot, is fine. That movie, it's okay. But some interesting things came out. Of course, the 70s, hey, let's face it, that's where Star Wars started, people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, again, remember we were talking about the relationship of Star Wars to all these other franchises and things that were built out of like just the amount of money it made. There's just all these projects that came out of it and really kind of like boosted, just the whole deal.
Well, I remember you sent me that map on how Star Wars basically just affected, modern Hollywood, and we probably wouldn't have, and based off of that map, we wouldn't have things such as Pixar or THX and a lot of other projects.
Yep. Yeah, video games. There's just tons of stuff that influence, LucasArts. But yeah, but then the 80s, that's when things were just, all these things were established, and then and it just seems like you had the start of so many different franchises that are still existing today. I mean, or still have are very popular. That's why I'm building that Back to the Future DeLorean, because that's like one of my favorite trilogies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, sure, that's science fiction. It's totally science fiction. I love that show. But anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I mean that movie was just, I mean, not just the movie. I mean, the entire trilogy was just like very influential on the concept of like time and the imagination of like what could, like what if, like that what if, and that's why like Back to the Future 2, my personally one of my my favorite of the trilogy, but maybe a lot of people's favorites in the trilogy, just because I mean it led you to imagine like what 2015, what this era we're currently living in now could be like. I couldn't wait till we had hoverboards and flying cars and self power lace Nikes and some of that stuff we kind of
Jaws.
Yeah, 3D Jaws.
3D movies.
I mean, 3D movies kind of came and went, but there's a lot of things that Back to the Future had in there that kind of like came to fruition. I think the only real thing we're missing is flying cars, because like that little scene in the arcade with Elijah Wood, like you got to play with your hands. That's like a baby's toy. Well, now we have VR, and VR is kind of like coming to that point. So I mean,
exactly.
2015, man, it was just too soon.
Yeah.
So we'll continue this discussion on our next broadcast. So we'll talk to you all next time.
Definitely have a great weekend, everyone.
Yep. Take care.
All right.